My glasses are dirty. That's better. So, pretty good day. Hi, Regina. It started out, I thought it was going to suck because basically I had 25 miles to walk. So I walked about 10, and I was walking down the side of the road. I was a little bummed out about where I was supposed to stay. There was a little miscommunication as to how far I guess I was going to actually get today. And, whoops. So, we were in kind of a mad rush to try to find me a place. Kind of in a mad rush to try to find me a place today, and then lost all signal. I could not talk to anybody. I couldn't even send texts out for about 2 hours. And that's about a 4-mile span at my pace. So the closer I got, the more worried I was. The closer I got to the town I was walking toward. Not Murphy. Murphy's where I'm at now. It doesn't matter because I skipped it. Anyway, Greg, the local Channel 4 guy, the one that's going to host me at the show. He's got a little show that I'm going to be on tomorrow morning. I'm not sure. I'll try to get the information out as to whether or not you can watch it online. But it's a local Channel 4 out here in Murphy, North Carolina. Hey, Albert, what's going on? He pulled me over on the side of the road. I guess he was on his way to Asheville to take his daughter up there to see a lawyer about something. I don't know. And told me to just walk on into that Andrews was the name of the other town. See, my memory might be sharpening a little bit. So I was like, okay, I'll keep going. And at about mile 10, mile 11, this big white truck pulled up. And this guy got out with a camouflage hat that had a U.S. Navy pin on the front. And he was like, "You Joe?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "I'm here to give you a ride to your campground." So Greg had called in a favor to the local VFW, so I want to give out a big shout out to him. His name is J.D. Baker. He's the commander at the Andrews Post 7620 of the VFW. There's his card right there. Of course it's backwards because it's always backwards in this stupid camera. But anyway, he gave me a ride to the campground. So I had already put in 10 or 11 miles by the time he picked me up, so I didn't cheat. I don't care what you say. Plus, once I got here, I took about a half an hour break and realized how hungry I was. And when I dug into all of my food that I thought I had, all I had was this little can of Chef Boyardee meatballs and spaghetti, which would not have filled up me at all. So I ate an orange that I also had. And Molly and I took a 3-mile hike into town and back. So that was, another 6 miles. It says I got a weak connection now for some reason. I don't know what's going on. You guys let me know if you lose me. So we walked to Walmart. I got a new sleeping bag because the one I have is too hot. So I either freeze at night or I sweat all night when I'm camping. So I got one that's meant for 50-degree weather, which it's been here at night is about 50 degrees. So this is about perfect. I got this yesterday while I was walking, or it might have been the day before. I was complaining that my phone holder on my flagpole was broken, so I picked up a new one of those. I also got a tripod, which is not phone compatible, of course. So what it has is the little screw thing on the top that you screw the camera down on top of. So I took a risk and bought a $4 selfie stick, because I've had selfie sticks before and I know that the top screws off. So I took a risk to see if the cell phone clip off the selfie stick would screw onto the screw on the top of the tripod, and hooray, it did. So that's what you guys are sitting on right now, is my new tripod. I also got this mirror, and look at that, you can see the tripod right there, see it? Yep. So I also got this mirror to throw on my flagpole, because the little one that I have, I noticed since I've put it on there, which is, you know, about that big around, is become extremely valuable. With all these twisting turns and stuff, I have to walk with traffic on the outside turns and against traffic on the inside turns, so I don't get run over. So the mirror has really helped. So I'm going to replace my little bicycle mirror where the front's all scratched up with this big truck roof mirror, and that should help me out. I also have a interview on the radio tomorrow. WKRK is the radio station here in Murphy, North Carolina. It's going to be pretty cool. The sheriff is going to give me a blue light escort through town, or at least through part of town, while they're giving me a walking interview. And the plan right now, if it doesn't bother Molly too much, is they're going to video the whole thing with a drone. But if the drone weirds out Molly, we're gonna scratch that idea and just go with kind of like an iPhone interview. And if my TV interview is over with early enough, I might also go into the station and just do a live interview on the radio in the booth. So we'll see how that works out. None of it's set in stone yet, except I have to be up at 6 o'clock in the morning so I can pack all of my stuff up so I can be ready when Greg gets here to pick me up to take me to the TV station at 8 o'clock. So it's going to be a early night for me, I think. I'm going to hit the shower, shave some of the scruff off, wash my face, brush my teeth, and get ready for tomorrow. I also picked up a 12-foot extension cord, and you can tell it's little. I always seem to be just a couple feet away from the frickin' electrical outlet that I need to be at. So what I end up doing is rearranging my whole camp so that I'm real close to it, and then I'm not comfortable. So I figured an extra 12 feet. It also has 3 plugs on it, so that'll give me a total of 4 plugs, which will come in handy because usually for some reason every campground they only give you 2, which is just enough for me to charge 2 items, but I have 3 or 4 that I have to charge on a regular basis. What else? I was walking down the street, walking past this guy's house, and he came out on his porch. I had paused for just a second because Molly was going ape over his lawnmower, which is also known as a billy goat. And the guy came out and asked me where I was going, what I was doing, and he gave me this whole bag of homemade dehydrated apple chips, which are really good. I've been eating them all. I mean, this bag was full. It's only half full now. The KOA campground here was hosting me for free. They didn't charge anything. So shout out to the KOA in Murphy. And then the Brookside campground back 15, 25 miles, whatever it was, on the other side of Andrews, hosted me last night for free. Really nice site. They gave me a super nice site. It was secluded off away from all the other sites, and the brook or stream or creek or whatever you want to call it went right through the middle of the site, and it was just really soothing laying there listening to the water flow all night. I don't know if you can see it behind me here. I can't see because the sun is blinding me, but right there's the river right behind me. So I got a nice sight tonight too. I'm going to scoot over it. The sun keeps moving, keeps blinding me. There we go. That's better. Hey Chico, what's going on, man? So, when I get to Tennessee, when I get to Chattanooga, Ernesto is going to come walk with me for a while. I don't know if he's going to walk with me for a day or what. We haven't talked about it much. But that'll be pretty cool. I'll be able to pick up some wisdom from him as far as, you know, who to talk to, who to trust, what to carry, stuff like that. So that'll be really cool. I haven't been in much contact with Ernesto at all. Admittedly, I didn't want to talk to him much before when I first got it started. I think when I first got started, he was leaving Texas. And to me, well, first of all, real talk, I was a little bummed because I found out after I had started that he was already doing the walk that I had planned on doing. So, you know, it just took that uniqueness out of it a little bit, I think. Hurt my feelings a little. Hi, how you can come down. I go live every night at 7 to talk about the places I've been and the things I've seen.
Sure.
So,
Are you live right now?
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine.
I didn't want to interrupt. I was just seeing if you needed anything along your journey.
No, I'm good right now. I mean, I could have used a ride an hour and a half ago, but
We could, when you were going to Walmart?
yeah.
Yeah, we could have given you a ride. Listen, I wish I had more right now, but listen, this is for your cause. That's all I have on me.
Oh, I really appreciate that.
This $2 bill, all right, this is one that was given to me some 30 years ago by my ex-brother-in-law, who's a wonderful man. And he said, I had to keep it. I got others and I passed it along. You have to keep that in your wallet at all times. Never let it go.
Okay.
And you'll never be without money, ever.
Well, if I never let it go, that's absolutely the truth.
That's absolutely the truth.
All right, thank you very much. I don't think I've ever seen a $2 bill.
Yeah.
Not since I've been
A long
in
time ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah. And that other lady who's retired Army, she was like, does he need anything? So I said, I don't know. I'm going to ask him.
I've got a secondary wallet inside my wallet that I keep very important stuff, so I will slip it down in there.
Yep. And he had done that for me probably well over 30 years ago. Well over 30 years. I'm 51. I'm going to say well over 30 years. Since then, I've gotten 5 of them, and I've given away 4. That's the 5th one.
Oh, I really appreciate that.
Yeah,
That's super awesome. That means more to me than the $30 for sure. Just because it has a sentimental
It means something,
meaning.
and it means
right.
and it really does. And it's always been in my wallet, even when I've been poor for a minute. I'm like, I got that $2, and I'm always gonna have it.
That's super awesome.
Mine's taped.
It's taped?
And mine's taped because it's been a lot of years.
Oh yeah, I bet, yeah.
Yeah. So, all right.
Well,
so are you staying an extra night or just tonight?
I haven't really decided yet because I've got a television interview and a radio interview tomorrow in Murphy.
Yeah.
So I don't know if.
I think you should stay another night, and I'll make you a nice steak dinner tomorrow.
All right, deal. You talk me into it.
right.
Don't twist my arm any harder.
All right, I'm Kathleen.
Joe.
All right, Joe. All right.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, let us know if you need anything.
All right. Okay, great. That was super cool. No, she didn't want to. So I was talking about what? What was I talking about? I'm babbling about something. Oh, Ernesto. Yeah. When I first heard about Ernesto, I was a little butthurt, to be honest, because the originality of the idea of walking across for veterans suicide and PTSD was taken. But it's not like he stole my idea or I stole his. It was just two guys trying to do good, so I got over it. So at first I didn't want to talk to him at all. I didn't want his advice or anything, because to me it was like Toyota asking Ford for advice. That stuff just doesn't happen. Yeah, they both make cars, but they're not going to talk to each other. But then after a while, you know, I was watching some of his videos, and you know, I realized that we probably do have a lot that we could share with each other. So yeah, so I got a hold of him privately off the videos, and whenever I go through Chattanooga, he's going to come down and walk with me for a little bit and tell me some of the ups and downs that he didn't talk about on camera. So that'll be cool. That'll be awesome. It's you know, who knows? Maybe he'll get the fever and want to finish it again. I don't know. Also, then after that, after Chattanooga, when I get to Collinwood, me and my mommy are going to walk the Natchez Trace from Collinwood down into Mississippi, and then on to my sister's house, to Janice's house, and then she may continue with me depending on how she feels and how everything is financially and all that at that point. She's small, she doesn't eat a lot, so she won't cost very much. Love you, Mom. So let's see. So I'm excited about tomorrow, and at the same time, my PTSD is like screaming in my head about it also, because I mean, that's definitely not something I would normally ever do, is go on TV live or go on the radio live. But that it's the whole immersion thing, you know. You're scared of spiders, you immerse yourself in an environment full of spiders, it gets you over it, that kind of thing. Not that I would ever get into a tank with sharks. That just ain't happening, people. You know my fear on sharks. I'm not getting in the water with sharks. I don't care. There is no need for me to overcome that fear. Okay? I don't have to go in the ocean for any reason, ever. I've told my shark story. I've never been attacked by sharks. The one time I finally go in the ocean up to my neck, frickin' shark attacks me and my son. Yeah. So, anyway, I'm not going in the water with sharks. Yeah, it was a baby shark. It was that long. I don't care. It attacked us. Yeah, it seems like every time things get hairy or I get down, something happens to fix it. Almost every time. When I was a little kid, my brother said to me, and my brother's one of the biggest rednecks in the world, he said, there ain't no reason to get worried about anything. It'll all work itself out. And at the time, you know, you're just a kid listening to your redneck brother. It's like, okay, whatever. But that is like the biggest chunk of wisdom that I have ever heard in my life, looking back on it. There ain't no sense in worrying about nothing. It's going to work itself out. That being said, again, I'm being told that if I go down through this next gorge after Murphy, I'm going to get run over. So I may have to find an Uber or somebody at the VFW or somebody with a truck to drive me through that next part, because if it's anything like this last gorge I walked through, I'd just as soon take a ride. Because dang. Trying to think of anything else new. Oh, 2 campgrounds ago at the Bear Hunter campground, I forgot Molly's tether. She had a little 10-foot tether, and I guess I left it hooked to the tree. So that was another reason we went to Walmart. It was actually the main reason I walked into Walmart, was to get her a tether, because she has this habit of chewing her leashes in half if I just leave her cloth leash on her overnight because she doesn't have the distance to walk off and go pee somewhere or poop away from the camp, and she won't do it right where she's sleeping or near where she's sleeping, so she'll chew her leash in half, and I didn't want that to happen again. In fact, last night I tied like 3 bungee cords together and one of the tree hugger straps that I use for my hammock, and of course she chewed the tree hugger strap in half. But I knew that was going to happen, and it was a sacrifice I had to do because I don't use a tree hugger strap on that end of it anyway. I use a ratchet strap so I can get the hammock real tight. What else? What else am I talking about? These apple slices are good. I don't know. I almost bought a cot today, but it weighed like 20 pounds. I didn't want to add the extra weight to my cart, even though I really, really wanted it. They have 3 of them at Walmart now. They have the Super Uber Deluxe, which is like 3.5 feet wide and 80 inches long and weighs like 40 pounds. My entire tent would fit on it, and it would have made every camping experience awesome. But it's freaking heavy. And then the other one, I've got one just like the middle grade one at home already right now that it's nice, but it's heavy too. But even the smallest, the cheapest one there was nice but heavy. So I just said nah. I'll get the good nights of sleep when I'm at the hotels, I guess. Let me scroll down and see what y'all are saying. Yep. Shout out to the Four Corners guy for the donation. Thank you very, very much. That was super cool of you. I really appreciate it. If I had it to give it back, I would. But I really appreciate that. Let's see. Good does outweigh the bad. Let's see. Joshua says, "Hey Joe, I don't swim with the fishes either." Yeah, they creep me out. Sharks will eat you. They don't come in my house. I'm not going to go in theirs. And now, it makes me worried about rivers, because I saw this show where bull sharks are known to swim like 50 miles upriver and attack people. So, crazy. Let's see, I was just going to say, got to take the bad with the good. Yep. It was a baby shark, and it did attack me. I'm not, Cody, you don't know, okay? You were on the beach. You were on the beach with your mama. That shark attacked me, all right? It was it was going to bite me. It was going to remove a nose and horribly disfigure me and Brennan for the rest of our lives. I'm not being a Percy. It was a vicious, vicious animal. Vicious attack shark. Like, the only way it could have been scarier is if it had a laser beam attached to its freaking head. Okay? You don't know. You weren't there. You were on the beach. Bigger boat, hell. I ain't going in the water anymore, period. Okay, I saw the rest of that, I think. Remember what fear is: false evidence appearing real. Sharks bite people. Are you in Tennessee now? No, I'm not in Tennessee quite yet. Got a few more miles. I could have been in Tennessee a day or two ago if I had gone northwest instead of southwest, but the state line goes at an angle like that. That's some bad hat, Harry. Yep. It's brackish. That's the worry. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Sharks and me don't talk. Hey, look, again, we're right at 22 viewers. That's got to mean something. It's like every time I look up there, it's at 22 viewers. Now it's at 17. Well, I haven't even put my tent up yet. The sun is right at the top of the hill, mountain, whatever. So I'm going to call it a day, guys. I'm going to put up my tent, finish my apple slices, drink about a gallon of water, because when I went pee earlier, it looked like honey. So I think I'm dehydrated. There's a squirrel over there barking at me. Y'all want to see Shyla before I hang it up? Alright. Turn this around. Molly. I mean Molly. I don't know why I say Shyla all the time. It's Molly. See, she's not even moving when she hears my name. Molly. She's a good girl. You can go back to sleep. She's a good girl. Oh, I think she's hurting. I think me taking tomorrow off-ish is going to be good for her, because I think she's hurting. She had a little bit of a limp today after our walk. Once we decided to go up to Walmart when we first started out, one of her front paws looked like it was sore, but I checked it out. There's nothing in it. So she is definitely wore out. I watch her paws. I look at them every day. The asphalt's getting hot too. Today it was like 85 degrees or something. So it might be time to bust out the booties. I try to keep her in the grass, but we do have to cross them. Like today when we crossed the Walmart parking lot, as soon as we got to it, I picked her up and carried her all the way across the parking lot. I'm sure that was funny to look at. She's my first concern, my first care. She drinks water before I do, and she gets her food before I do, and I check her feet every day. What the heck? There's a lot of bugs coming out. Hi. Yeah. Alright, so I love you guys. Thank you very much. Keep following, share, like, donate, all that stuff. Make sure you call the veterans you know and make them smile. I love you guys. Deuces.